What was a conversation you must have with your son as well, as a man who's very involved in the gay activist movement, and how does he? I know he sort of, I think a couple years ago you mentioned that he puts up with it, or he sort of listens to me. But how is that going? Well,
my son actually believes in God.
Okay.
And at one point, when I was wrestling with all of it in the 1990s, I asked him, and he told me that he believed in God. And I was quite amazed, because he'd been brought up without any religious structure at all. But he'd been brought up, with a very strong conscience and a very strong sense of ethics. And he told me he believes in God. And something else about my son, which is very significant, is he probably saved our lives. My husband and I were really heavy drinkers.
Okay.
And when we gave birth, wow,
that's an amazing couple.
Well, it was almost like that. When we gave birth to Christopher, we stopped drinking, and we never drank again. And Christopher saved our lives. He was like the savior for us.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, and this is something that I've only been thinking about recently, what this means, that this child saved our lives. Because we looked at that kid in the cradle and we thought, we're not going to be drunks anymore. This has got to stop.
So you literally stopped drinking?
We stopped.
Cold. In New Orleans?
79 and never drank again.
In New Orleans?
No, we were still in California.
New Orleans is the one town in the world I can't see how anybody calls themselves an alcoholic. I mean, it's a town where there's so much drinking around. It's like I was amazed to see what level is it where people say, oh, I've got a problem, It's an amazing...
Well, when we stopped, we were in the San Francisco Bay Area, and if there is any place that is as drunk as New Orleans, it's San Francisco.
Oh, is it?
California, oh yeah. The bars in the financial district are roaring in the morning.
Oh, really?
As the men go to work in their suits, they're stopping in to start the drinking of the day.
That's great.
But it was hard to go back to New Orleans and keep that promise not to drink, but we kept it. And now, my husband's gone and Christopher's grown up, and I still don't drink. I've never gone back.
Right.
So he saved us. He definitely did. We'd probably be dead.
I get the impression for all the exoticness of the vampire years, I've always gotten the sense that you probably were a bookish person who stayed home and was not as much as the sort of wildness of the vampires. I always get the sense that you sort of liked your books, and you had it was not the crazy party lifestyle that
was true. I mean, we did give big parties, but they were filled with college professors and other writers and friends, in the Bay Area. But we didn't live a wild, crazy life.
Right.
We really didn't.